good, everybody? Sean Sholove Rosenberg in the building. Back at you with another video. Now, I want to apologize if you all hear some like blowing air. That's my fan right here, and then that's the air conditioner because y'all know it's the summertime, so it's gonna be hot. So I have to keep my apartment cool so I can make sure I don't sweat like crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to apologize for that. But well, it seems to me we potentially could be getting the GNX Burt Deluxe album coming out. The deluxe version of the album coming out pretty soon. But this comes from TDE Punch, who was um, having a conversation with I guess a guy by the name of Low from Rock Nation. So, because as you all know what's going on, a few days ago, Jay Z was in Paris as a surprise guest slash an appearance on Beyonce's world tour, the Cowboy Carter tour. He was in Paris. Of course, he performed some of his songs there. Also, as we all know, the Clipse are currently in Paris right now with Pharrell. They're working on their upcoming album that's getting ready to drop in a few weeks, which is Let God Sort 'Em Out. And then we all know Kendrick Lamar is getting ready to start his second leg of his tour, the Grand National Tour with SZA overseas as well in a few weeks. Also, he'll be performing in Paris as well. So a lot's been going on. I've been hearing a lot of celebrities in Paris, working with Pharrell. I think Rick Ross is one of them. So I don't know if Rick Ross is going to be on the album. It was also reported that Cardi B was there in Paris as well, but I think she was there to support Beyonce on her world tour. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to be on the. I highly doubt, but I don't know. But yeah. Also, Cardi B is getting ready to drop her long-awaited second album. Finally, it's called. I think the title of the album is "Am I Drama?" That's the name of the album. I might do a live stream to that album because she already has and then the songs that is already on the album, which is songs that were recorded back in 2020 and 2021, which is WAP and Up. That's already on the album. So Cardi B already has two number one hits with those songs at that time, and then she released her latest single, Outside. But yeah, I don't want to take too much time with talking about a lot of stuff. But like I said, back on subject. TDE Punch hints. So shout out to the VILL. The VILL did his research on this, so I'm gonna let him explain more of what's going on. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
So Punch, TDE Punch to be exact, had a conversation with Low Key. Low Key is a guy who's affiliated with Rock Nation, but I can't confirm he is with them, and he's affiliated with Rock Nation. And he had a back and forth conversation with TDE Punch. I know TDE Punch has been making headlines because of another tweet that he had made, but there's this back and forth that he has with Low Key that really caught my attention. You see, Low Key, like I said, is with Rock Nation. Earlier today or earlier the other day, there was a clip of Jay-Z going around of him performing in Paris. Everybody was catching wind of this because Pharrell
I just mentioned that.
is in Paris with the Clipse. That's Pusha T and Malice. And now we have Jay-Z there. And AZ Chike is also there. Hitter J3 is there. Rick Ross is there. Nas is there. So many people are there at the.
That is, I forgot to mention AZ Chinks and okay, AZ Chinks is there. Jay Hitter 3 is there, and I forgot to mention Nas as well. It is reported that Nas is on the Clipse album as well. So all I gotta say is the Hip Hop Avengers are assembling now.
This time, and Kendrick's supposed to be there around the time after the Pusha T album was released. It's already heard or rumored that he's already in Europe getting ready for the tour. But amongst all that, people had made a big deal about Jay-Z being in the same area as the Clipse, being in Paris at the same time as them. People are starting to understand that all of these rap figures are starting to align with each other over there in Paris, and people are making note of that. Now, one thing that was pointed out by Low Key, He says also, if y'all been paying attention, Hove, which is Jay-Z, has been outside. Now, this is going back to people saying that he's in Paris at the same time as the Clipse, but it's what TDE Punch says right after. He says, so y'all are about to drop the album, huh? Rock Nation Low, playing on the fact that Low is connected with Rock Nation. So when Punch talks about them, y'all dropping the album, Clipse album, maybe it could be something else, but I'm assuming it's something about that. But what's interesting is the response right after that, because after Punch had talked about them dropping an album over there at Rock Nation, Low Key responds. He says, we'll drop the album right after y'all drop the deluxe to GNX. We all know that this GNX Deluxe has been teased for a really long time. We
Right.
don't know if it's true or not until this tweet right here. Because what DJ Punch says right after, he says right after we drop it, implying that they're both about to get ready to drop both the album over there with Rock Nation, I'm assuming the Clipse or whatever, and then the deluxe album to GNX. But him saying right after we drop it is hinting towards the fact that there's a GNX Deluxe out there, and it's seemingly being confirmed by TDE Punch right here.
Now, I have now. If this is true, I'm very excited for this. That means if it's reported that Kendrick drops the album, either I'm, I'm, I'm thinking he might drop the album the same day as the Clips drop their album. I don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't know. If that is true, boy, I'm gonna be excited. Real hip hop is back in the forefront in the music industry. Real hip hop is back. Now, as you guys know, I'm supposed to be doing a a live stream reaction to the Clips album. I may gonna have to do so. I'm probably gonna be doing overtime. So basically, if it's true that Kendrick drops the GNX Deluxe version the same day, July 11th, I might as well turn the whole live stream into a two album live stream. That means react to two albums into one, which that's crazy. Two react to two albums on one live stream, which is going to be crazy. That's going to be like the longest live. That's going to be probably like the best live stream I ever do. It depends if I have the energy to do it, because like I said, the whole I'm going to be on live stream. Probably I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to be probably going on a marathon live stream that whole weekend from I think from July 11th through July 14th, because the next 3 days from July 12th, 13, and 14, I'm going to be on a live stream marathon because you guys know me. I react to. I'm a big WWE fan, and a lot of PLEs from WWE is coming out that weekend as well. So I'm kind of going to be on the live stream marathon that whole weekend. If this is true, that if the GNX is dropping, if not, then if or if it's gonna drop maybe right the following week after the Clips album. I don't like I said. I don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. I don't know. Well, I don't know when this album, when the deluxe version is gonna drop. But I am excited. If it is true, we're getting the deluxe version of GNX. I need Kendrick. Kendrick needs to drop that snippet, that body snippet. I want to hear that whole song. He's been teasing that song ever since he dropped GNX late last year. It was like, Kendrick, I want that snippet. I want bodies. I want that song. You gotta drop it, because what Kendrick was rapping on the snippet bodies, that song is fire, and I want that song. So Kendrick, if this is true, what Punch is saying, if you do drop the deluxe version the same day as the Clips, I hope we get the full song of Bodies. Now I'm gonna say at the same time, I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly, and I'm not gonna speak into existence. I don't want to go down the end and get my information wrong. I'm gonna say allegedly, or just rumored that he's dropping. But let's continue what the VILL has to say.
which is getting me hyped, bro. Because if you're
Me
talking to
too.
Low Key about them dropping an album over there in Rock Nation, and he responds to you by saying right after y'all drop the deluxe to GNX, and he says right after we drop it, then does that mean that the GNX Deluxe exists? Does that confirm that this is real? Is this real right here? Because why would he respond this way as if the album, the deluxe to GNX, is confirmed to be a real thing? Now, this is what I get from this right here. As far as the Rock Nation album, as far as whatever album that Punch is hinting towards, he responds to that and says, all we got to do is master those last three records and we're done. And someone says, we. Now, this is interesting because he's openly saying, yeah, we still working on these records and then we'll release it whenever it's finished. But this back and forth, I think, in my opinion, was a way for TDE Punch to seemingly hint towards this deluxe to GNX being real. Could this be Punch's way of hinting towards the GNX Deluxe and its existence? I'm not sure if this is a real thing. I'm not sure if they're gonna drop it at the same time Rock Nation drops their project. I don't.
I agree with that. Like I said, I'm gonna say allegedly too. That's the reason why I'm gonna say allegedly or just rumored that they're gonna drop it. Like I said, we don't know when Kendrick is gonna drop the G. If this is true, we don't know when Kendrick is gonna drop the deluxe version to GNX. I don't know if he's gonna do it before the year end because it's been reported from Kendrick's people in Kendrick's circle that a deluxe version for GNX has been in the works or being hinted in the works. That's gonna come out before this sometime before this year ends. That's why I've been hearing not only from Punch, I've been hearing it from Kendrick's one of Kendrick's homies, Hitter J3. He's been kind of teasing it a little bit as well. A bunch of people in Kendrick's circle have been teasing this for a minute ever since the album dropped late last year. It's been speculation and rumors. And like I said, I'm gonna say allegedly he may gonna drop the GNX Deluxe version. If not on the same week as the Clipse, which I don't know. I'm not gonna confirm it's true because this is my first time hearing this. So I don't know. So as facts. Don't take my word at all because I don't want to give y'all misinformation. That's the reason why I'm reacting and I want to listen to what the VILL has to say. So don't take my word. Let's continue.
Think that's the case, but I do think that this was a fun way, at least for Punch, to hint towards the album, the deluxe of GNX being a real thing. Now, deluxe, GNX, all that is PGLang. We know that for sure. But Punch is tapped in with Kendrick Lamar, PGLang, Dave Free. They go hand in hand. So despite you hearing this from Punch and him being from TDE, he out of mostly anybody would know a thing or two about the deluxe GNX album. He's in the know. He's in the inner circle, so he would know these things more than me and you. All I'm saying is that from the inner circle, we've never heard about them talk about the deluxe version of GNX. This is the only time we've seemingly heard about them dropping something close to that. Everything else has been a rumor. I'm not sure if Punch is just playing. I'm not sure if he was just joking with Low Key. But them having this conversation about these albums dropping and them having this back and forth made me feel like this was just Punch's way of hinting towards it, maybe seemingly confirming that it's real. But all in all, I can't wait. I know a lot of people were thinking that Kendrick Lamar was going to go on tour and drop the deluxe while he was on tour. He still got a lot of dates to go. And just to point out that everybody's been talking about everybody meeting in Paris, Kendrick Lamar is set to perform after the Clipse album is released because the Clipse album is coming out with Rock Nation. And Rock Nation, Jay-Z is there in Paris right now. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay there, but July 15th and 16th, the GNX tour will be in Paris. And I'm not sure if he's gonna pop out with Clipse, with Pharrell at the concert. Now, in my mind, I for sure think that we're gonna see Kendrick Lamar in Paris with the Clipse on July 15th and 16th. Y'all could look out for that. But what I'm saying right now is that there's a possibility that this album, if there is a deluxe, I've always guessed this, I've always assumed this, it's going to come out after the tour is finished. Now, the tour isn't going to be finished until December after he added these 2 dates in Australia, but there could be a chance that the GNX Deluxe does exist.
I'm gonna stop it right there. So I agree with that. I'm gonna say allegedly as well. I'm not gonna say like the Ville just said. You know, I don't know if this is real, but I'm gonna just say allegedly because if Punch is kind of confirmed that we are getting the GNX Deluxe version, I hope that I hope we get it sooner or later. That will be fire. Now I'm not like the Ville said. Ville said, you know, these are just rumors, and I'm gonna stand and I'm gonna stand with him on that. Like I'm gonna say the same thing. I'm gonna say allegedly these are rumors. We don't know when this out. If it's true, we don't know when this deluxe version is gonna drop. And with Kendrick performing in Paris, like he said on July 15 and 16, it could be teachers all. There could be a possibility. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into too details about that. I'm gonna say allegedly. But yeah, I like how the Ville, did his research on this. This is pretty dope. If we do get the deluxe version, I am excited. And once again, Kendrick dropped the Bodies song. I need that song ASAP. But yeah. But let me know in the comments down below. Do y'all are ready for the GNX deluxe version coming out pretty soon? Just put it in the comments if you're ready for that. So yeah. Anyways, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Also follow me on my social medias above me. Also join the Discord as well. Link in the description. So without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.